Stress isn't your enemy, it's untapped energy. What if I told you that what you consider to be this overwhelming enemy that we often struggle with stress could actually be the secret to unlocking your best performance without doing something very important that we often do, which is to break down, to burn out, to fatigue, to cause our brain health to decay over the course of weeks, months, and years. Yes, there is a way in which you can harness the chemistry of stress to make it your friend and not your enemy. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how to reframe stress. Kind of in a sense, begin to start harnessing that chemistry. I'm going to help you understand this inverted U response. That's very critical to understanding how you can be in the flow state more often and you can have a better energetic relationship with the stress, with the chemistry of stress. And lastly, we're going to do a little breathing technique, a coherent breathing practice that's going to help you to turn that overwhelm into flow, focus, and clarity. So remember, if you've ever felt burnt out, distracted, stuck, this video is going to be for you because I'm going to give you a little bit of the science and the tools to help reset your brain in a few minutes. All right, so let's switch over and begin with this important concept. Everything really at the end of the day is our loss. We often have this relationship where we push, 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 and then we start to burn out. We, in a sense, we push ourselves off a cliff. And there's this law called the Yerkes-Dodson law, where too little, too much, not ideal. There's always an optimal state. Too little leads to boredom, low drive, whereas too much will lead to burnout and anxiety. In both cases, it's an unhealthy relationship with the chemistry of what's going to help you to get going during the day. There's always an optimal focus state for flow, for peak performance. But I want you to remember something important, which is that I had a client many years ago that came in with a sympathetic nervous system that was just shot for reasons I'm not going to get into. The parasympathetic was almost on overdrive. And we often think of like, oh, I need to activate my parasympathetic, the relaxation side. But in reality, it isn't about that. If I have too much of one or the other, it always leads to negative consequences. In his case, he couldn't hold a job, had a hard time waking up, his energy level was down, he wouldn't take care of himself. To do stuff to help counter entropy disorder, to be able to be successful in life, to push ourselves to greatness, we need that stress side. But we need to do it smartly with balance. We can't just overdo it and just expect that we can keep going up the summit without any breaks in between. What we want is to stress and then recover, stress and recharge. And if we do this throughout the day, the cyclical approach that I teach in Zen Brain Academy, you're going to get much farther. All right. I'm Dr. Brian Ramos, just in case I didn't mention this, if you haven't watched the video before. I'm a Yale-trained neuroscientist and the creator of Zen Brain Academy. And so today I really wanted you to kind of drive home this message that the neurochemistry of stress is under your control. The flow state, which we often want and seek, is kind of think of it as a feel-good stress. But both are very energy intensive, and you want to be very careful. Most people see stress as harmful, but really neuroscience shows that you do need stress to sharpen your focus, to boost motivation, to drive peak performance. And if you do it the right way, you avoid some of the pitfalls associated with stress. It's kind of like this baby bear approach with regards to, let's say, the porridge. Papa Bear's porridge was too hot. Mama Bear's porridge was too cold. Baby Bear's porridge was what? Just right. This is kind of like peak state that we want to reach, but we need to learn that it is backed by our chemistry and we need to harness that chemistry in the right way. The goal isn't to eliminate stress, it's to channel it into the flow, just like an athlete would, just like a peak top performer would or a top entrepreneur. They learn to thrive in the zone or in pressure in a way that doesn't cause them to burn out or fatigue. And I want you to start to mentally reframe stress as fuel, not as a threat. In The Art of Stress-Free Living, a book that I put out many years ago, I had a chapter called Turning Stress into Flow, is a class that I teach in Zen Brain Academy. And in that book, I had a chapter called Friend or Foe. It's this concept that stress isn't neither your friend nor your foe. It can be either depending on how you relate to it. And again, if you found video so far, value in this video so far, please give us a like, share the video with somebody you think may find may benefit, as well as subscribe so you don't miss our content. We're going to be putting a video with neuroscience hacks and a lot of useful stuff for brain health and for performance optimization. And also a little two gifts that I want to make before we go to the coherent video. Number one is, if you want, go to zenbrain.academy and you can join our community for free for 2 weeks. And you can ask me questions, you can join our coaching classes, etc. I do office hours as well, where I make myself available for an hour for any member to join and ask me any question. It could be personal. If you're the only person that shows up, you get free coaching for an hour where you can ask me anything and I can help you with regards to any area related to your brain health, to productivity hacks, to nutritional hacks, etc. A lot of sleep, how to optimize your sleep, etc. And also for the first 2 people that comment below, I will, if you live overseas, I will send you copies of my ebooks for free, and Inside Out Calm, as well as The Art of Stress-Free Living. If you live in the continental US, then I can, if you're interested in the actual hard copy, I can send you a signed copy as well. You can pick which one of the books you want, and I'll send you a signed copy of that one as well. All right, so let's go to this coherent breathing practice. So remember, this is a great way. I want you to understand that you're able to harness your chemistry very quickly. Oftentimes we feel out of sorts, but we don't realize that we can interject something. We can do something in that moment to shift everything, to reset, to recharge, to refocus. And this very simple breathing technique is an illustration of that. I'm not sure if the music will come through, but I'll ask the editor to add music to it. Something doesn't come through when we share it in this way. So let's go to this breathing practice and let's do a few minutes of this practice. All right, here we go. Welcome to this coherent breathing practice. This is a simple science-backed technique to calm your nervous system, balance your mind, and restore your energy. All you need to do is sit comfortably. Close your eyes if you like, and follow my guidance as we breathe together. We'll be breathing in a slow count of 5 and breathing out for a slow count of 5. No need to force or strain, just allow the breath to become smooth and gentle. Let's begin. Exhale completely. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Continue on your own pace for the next few minutes. Remember, as you breathe, let your shoulders soften. Allow your muscles of your face to relax. Keep breathing at your own pace. Feel your belly rise on the inhale and gently fall on the exhale. 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Notice the steadiness of this rhythm, like the tide of an ocean, always flowing, always calming. With every inhale, imagine breathing in clarity, balance, energy. With every exhale, imagine releasing stress, tension, and distraction. This simple rhythm is training your heart as you continue to inhale and exhale. It trains your lungs and brain to move in harmony. Keep inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll take a few more breaths together now. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's stop it there. I hope you found video. If you want more of these hacks, or if you have any specific questions, drop the questions below. I'm more than happy to cater a video specifically to your question. And if you wanted those kind of do those deep dives, consider joining that free trial. And we have a beginner's course already up there, and there's going to be a growing mastermind library as we do classes every month. We do multiple classes. I do office hours, and you can drop any question, as I mentioned, in there. It's a way in which we can all grow together to have optimize our productivity without sacrificing our brain health in this digital age where we develop so many habits that are really doing away with our body and our brain. All right, I hope you found value in this. Again, my name is Dr. Brian Ramos. I'm a Yale-trained neuroscientist, founder of Zen Brain Academy. It was a pleasure to be here for you. Take care. Stay zen.